Good morning, Ada County. My name is Shandy Lamb. I'm the Deputy Director of Communications here at the Ada County Highway District. And I'm very excited to come to you today to talk about all things Commuteride with Tessa Greegor. So Tessa is the manager for ACHD Commuteride. She's been with ACHD for just over a year and has worked in the sustainable transportation field for over 14 years. She's been focusing on active and sustainable transportation planning, design, and program management. Prior to her work with Commuteride, Tessa managed the city of Fort Collins active modes and bike program. She currently serves on the Rocky Mountain Association for Commuter Transportation Board and the Treasure Valley Cycling Alliance Board. She holds a master's degree in urban planning from the University of Washington, and we are so lucky to have her here at the Ada County Highway District, managing a just really, really cool department that we're excited to talk to you about today. So let's welcome Tessa Greegor, ACHD Commuteride's manager. Hi, Tessa.
Hi, Shandy. Thanks so much. Yeah, thanks for the introduction, and thank you, everybody, for joining us today.
Yeah, we're very happy to have you here. And Commuteride is always such a fun thing to talk about. I know even as we were just preparing some questions, we really discovered there's just so much to talk about. You guys are doing so many fun things. And we actually broke this down even into a series because you guys have so many fun things on the docket to talk about, and we couldn't fit it all into one event. So you have a lot to say today, but then we'll have you guys back on here as well to talk about a lot of other great things too. But today, let's just start out with the basics. What is Commuteride?
So Commuteride is a program of ACHD, Ada County Highway District, and we focus on promoting and providing transportation options for people throughout the Treasure Valley. We're perhaps most well known for our regional van pool program, which has actually been in operation since the 1970s, providing public transportation for commuters across the valley every day. But in addition to our van pool program, we have a variety of different education and outreach programs and services that are really designed to support our businesses as well as our commuters in their transportation options, whether it's riding a bike, whether it's taking transit, van pool, carpooling, and even teleworking.
Excellent. So you talk about what the work that you guys do with general community members, but also local businesses. So what does that support really entail for both of those sections? I know it's similar, but it looks a little bit different for each.
Absolutely. So in addition to our rideshare services, van pool, carpool matching, our community-facing programs are really focused on increasing awareness of the transportation options that are available to community members throughout neighborhoods across Ada County and beyond. And then in addition to really focusing on increasing the awareness of the options, we provide different programs that provide education to support people in actually utilizing those different transportation options, whether it's biking, walking, taking transit, van pooling, other modes like that. And then in addition to that, we have a number of different campaigns, some underway right now, like May in Motion, Ridetober, as well as incentives that can be earned through our rideshare platform, which is called Share the Ride Idaho, to really motivate people with trying different types of transportation and then helping them to sustain that behavior over time. On the business side, our programs are designed to really focus businesses, to provide support to businesses to help them in developing a commute program that's going to work for their business, as well as their employees, with providing those transportation options for people to get to and from work using affordable, healthy, sustainable modes of transportation. So in addition to providing support for the business in developing those programs, we're there on the flip side to help them with actually implementing those programs. And we do that with our rideshare services, whether it's providing van pool transportation for people to access that place of employment, or providing campaigns like May in Motion, so a structure for businesses and their employees to participate that's already developed, or grant programs such as the Workspace Mobility Grant to help people on the financial side with actually implementing some of the solutions that are going to help with those options for people to get to and from work.
And there's a lot of options to get to and from work. And it can be a little overwhelming to look at all of these. And as a business owner, how would I how would I even know what options to start with or what to implement in my company for my employees? Where do I even start with that?
Well, the good news is that Commuteride is here to support businesses in that process. It's not a one-size-fits-all, but Commuteride, through our program, which we call Commuteride Works, we are working with the business to really understand what the opportunities are for that business, what the goals are, what the barriers may be in terms of what people that work there are experiencing and getting to and from work. And then we work together to come up with solutions that are going to work, again, for that business, for their goals, as well as the employees, in providing different transportation modes that are going to not only support the employees in getting to and from work, but support the business and their bottom line. And then, like I said previously, we're there on the flip side to help that business with actually implementing those solutions, whether it's supporting them with education and outreach at the company. So coming out and providing presentations, whether it's on commute options or bike safety, the types of things that employees really need to take that next step in using different forms of transportation.
I think we just saw a picture there of like a lunch and learn that you guys would do at organizations. And I know you guys have been very versatile in how you've done that through the pandemic as well. A lot of options. And I know you guys are just so happy to hear from companies that are requesting that you come in and chat with their employees. So I think if somebody's interested in that, they can email you guys, right? Commuteride@achdidaho.org. Is that correct?
Yep, that's correct.
Awesome. And then they can go to the website also, commuteride.com/employers. And there's all sorts of information there for whether that's a business owner or somebody in HR that's looking to implement these as benefits. At ACHD, we have a lot of these as additional benefits, which is fantastic to see that from an employer. So if anybody else is looking to do that, that ticker at the bottom of the screen has that website there. And we will also put it in the comments as soon as this is over as well. So Tessa, we are rounding out April. You guys this is your busy season. So May is right around the corner. Talk to us a little bit about May in Motion. What is May in Motion?
Yeah, so this is a really exciting time of year for Commuteride, but also for businesses in our community. So May in Motion is Commuteride's annual signature commute campaign, where we are supporting the business in supporting their employees with their commute options. It's a really exciting time for businesses to be rallying their employees to start to think about and try out different forms of smart transportation. The good news with May in Motion is that Commuteride does most of the work. So we have the platform, we have all of the resources, the education, and we custom tailor that to each business that's participating in the campaign. The other good thing is that it's not too late to join. So obviously May is right around the corner, but we're welcoming any business that's still interested in participating in May in Motion. We'd love to have you and be able to work with you to support your business and your employees with their commute options throughout the month of May. So a little bit more about what May in Motion looks like. So we are, again, working with the business. We provide resources throughout April as well as May to support them in providing that education and that information that their employees need to really think about trying out biking or taking a trip by transit or carpooling with a carpool partner. And then we're providing incentives and rewards for the people that are participating in that. So tracking their trips through our rideshare platform, Share the Ride Idaho, throughout the month of May. We're providing different rewards for people that are trying that out and that are doing that during the month of May. At the end of the campaign, we have an awards ceremony, which takes place in June. And this is where we welcome all of the businesses to celebrate the great work that they've done, the great work that their employees have done to try out different transportation options. And we award businesses based on their employees' participation, as well as the different things that that business has in place to support their employees with their commute options, whether it's benefits, amenities at the work site, things like that. So welcome anybody who's still interested in joining to the campaign this year.
Yeah. So you talk a lot about smart commuting and you've listed a few of them, but let's remind everybody again, what are considered smart commute options?
So when we're talking about smart commuting, we're talking about modes of transportation that are essentially alternatives to driving alone. So we're looking at transportation options or transportation modes that are efficient, sustainable, that offer health benefits, not only to individuals, but to our community at large. And these are modes of transportation that are helping with other things that we have as goals within our community. So reducing roadway congestion, things like that. But specifically, when we're talking about smart commuting, we're talking about bicycling, walking, vanpool, carpool, transit, as well as teleworking. And these are all eligible modes when it comes to participating in May in Motion and tracking those trips through Share the Ride Idaho. And one of the cool things that I mentioned earlier about May in Motion, and we also do this throughout the year, so it's a good thing for community members to just be aware of. We provide rewards, incentives for people that are tracking their smart trips in Share the Ride Idaho. And we've got a couple cool, exciting new incentives for people to be thinking about as we head into May in Motion. So the first one is called Commute for Cash. So participants that are logging their smart trips in Share the Ride Idaho during the month of May, if they commute by a smart mode of transportation 5 days out of the month, they'll earn a $5 gift card. If they do that 10 days, they'll earn a $10 gift card. And then if we're looking at 20 days, they will be eligible to win a $100 gift card. And I'll just say that the gift card options are really exciting. So I think we have over 200 vendors in the system that you can choose from. And we also offer these incentives throughout the year. So if you're in Share the Ride Idaho and you're tracking your trips and you're riding a bike or however you're choosing to get to work, make sure that you're logging those trips because you'll be able to earn gift cards throughout the year. And then the other thing I did want to mention that's new this year, so our partners at Valley Regional Transit will be offering up to 2 months of free transit passes for May in Motion participants that do two things. So one is download and register for the new UMO mobility app. And this is a great new system that's in place for paying for the bus as well as accessing the bus. So it's a card or you can do it on your phone on an app. So it's a great new thing to check out. So that, and then for people who log 10 transit trips in Share the Ride Idaho will be able to receive another month of a free transit pass. So some cool things to get excited about for May in Motion.
Yeah, those are all great. So basically what you're saying, Tessa, is I can save money on gas by choosing a different form of transportation and get paid for it as well through May in Motion.
Exactly.
That's a pretty good deal. All right. So again, if anybody wants to participate, it's not too late. They just need to go to mayinmotion.com and get signed up for that. How can business owners encourage and assist employees with smart commuting, whether that's during May in Motion or just year round, if they're really wanting to implement this long term?
Yeah, so it's really an important thing to be thinking about all the time, but especially now as employers are continuing to face challenges with employee recruitment and retention. Providing transportation options, providing benefits for people that are choosing to travel by a different mode of transportation is really critical for people that are choosing or have wanting to work at a given company. So that's something that we really stress with companies that we work with. That this is it's a really important thing for people, not just to be able to get to and from work affordably, but to support that business with some of the challenges that they might be facing. So when we're working with businesses, the types of things that we're looking at when it comes to what is a commute-friendly workplace. And again, it's not a one size fits all. And so this is where we would look at, where is the business located? Where are the employees coming from? Those types of things. What is the budget for the business? But in general, the components that would go into a commute-friendly workplace include benefits. So providing some type of financial incentive to support employees with their transportation options is really critical. So that could be anything from providing transit pass for employees to providing subsidies for vanpool to providing a stipend. So here at ACHD, we provide stipends for people that are commuting by an alternative form of transportation, a certain percentage of the trips per month. So there are a variety of different ways that companies can and do look at benefits for their employees, but providing that financial incentive can be a game changer in people's decision to travel by another mode of transportation. And then looking at the policies. So does the company have flexible policies that would support somebody in being able to use another form of transportation? So let's say the bus doesn't arrive until 8:10, for example. Just having that flexible schedule or that ability to be flexible with how people are able to get to and from work is really important. Mm-hmm. And then at the work site, so what are the different amenities or commuter facilities that are in place to make bicycling, for example, or walking to work convenient and accessible? Is there secure bike parking that's conveniently located? Are there lockers so that if people are choosing to ride a bike or commute by another mode, have a place to store their stuff? So those are all the types of things that we would look at. And then education and encouragement. And this is where businesses can get really creative and where Commuteride and our partners can come in and offer support. So providing information at a kiosk, or maybe it's a table that has bike maps or transit maps. All of that goes into the support that a company can provide to then support their employee in how they get to and from work.
Mm-hmm. And I think we really see this in action every day here. At all the places I've worked, I've never worked anywhere else that has as many employees choosing alternative transportation options as ACHD. But we walk the walk, pun intended, or bike the bike. So we have, fix-it stations and lockers and a shower, and it can be as big as a shower, or it could be as small as lockers or secure bike racks for their employees. There's a lot of different options, and baby steps are great to get there for their employees and become an alternative transportation friendly organization. But of course, we're talking to businesses out there of all different sizes. Some of them a little bit more able to handle these things financially than others. So what financial support is available to our local businesses if they're looking to implement something like this?
Well, it's a great time to be asking that question. So last year, Commuteride launched a new program called the Workspace Mobility Grant Program. Last year, this was with support from AARP. But basically, we are, through this program, providing grants to small businesses of up to 200 employees to support them with transportation and mobility improvements for their employees, for their customers. We've been fortunate to be able to launch a second round of this grant program this year, which is underway currently with support from the City of Boise. So I want to thank the city for their support with this program. So we're accepting applications from businesses in Ada County who are interested in pursuing financial resources to be able to implement transportation solutions at their workplace for their employees or their customers. The applications are coming due very soon. So they are due this Friday, April 29th. So encourage any organization that's interested in this to take a look at our website. We have a lot of information on there in terms of what types of projects are eligible, what types of organizations are eligible, and then how to actually go through the application process, which is very straightforward. So
awesome. What types of projects does that cover if I am successful or looking to apply in the next few days?
Yeah. So we're looking for projects that are supporting smart commute options for employees or customers, again, at that work site. So this includes projects like bike parking. We just talked about bike parking. So whether it's outdoor bike racks or secure parking inside at that business, those are all great projects to be considering. Bikes for employee bike share programs. So last year we were able to award 16 grants to local businesses, and a number of them purchased bikes to support employee bike share programs at their work sites. So giving people the option, if they do need to drive to work or they take transit, the option to be able to then take a bike out to a meeting or take a bike to lunch without having to get in a car and drive their car there. Other types of projects that would be eligible, transit passes. So there are great programs in place from Valley Regional Transit to support the purchase of annual passes through their regional pass program. So this is a great way to be thinking about, well, how can we provide everybody in our organization a transit pass so that they can easily take that option to get to and from work. Other projects that we've seen and that would be eligible, bike repair stands. So we had a number of organizations that purchased bike fix-it stands, so the type of repair stands that you see out on the Greenbelt. And then van pool passes. So there are a number of different things that companies can be considering with this grant program, and certainly encourage organizations to be creative and to think about, what's really going to work for our employees. But at the end of the day, it's focused on how can you as an organization better support your employees in getting to and from work by smart modes of transportation. If you have any questions or if you want to bounce any ideas off us, Commuteride is here to help you through that process.
Great. And so you said the deadline, it's coming up April 29th, and people can apply where for one of these awesome grants?
So encourage everybody to visit our website, commuteride.com, and then from there you can get to the Workspace Mobility Grant webpage, where there will be a link to an online application. There's also a PDF application, so if you'd rather print it out and return it that way, that's fine, or we can send you a copy if that's more accessible. So any way that works best for you, but there is an online application that should take a business maybe 15 minutes or so, but just encourage everybody to think specifically about the types of projects that are going to work for that organization.
Yeah, talk to your employees out there and see if you've got some that are on the edge and interested in starting Smart Commute, but are being held back by something. They might have some great ideas. Or if you have some veterans out there that are always biking to work or walking to work, find out what they really like and if they have any great ideas. And then, like you said, it doesn't take very long to apply at all. It's a very easy application process, and could be a great chance for them to implement something really exciting for their employees at work. Okay, so there's so many opportunities coming up for local businesses. Is there anything else that you want to share with the community?
Yeah, so we have a few exciting events coming up that I'll share with everybody. So we, as part of May in Motion, we are hosting a new event which is called May in Motion in the Park. So this will take place on Friday, May 6th from 11 to 1 p.m. Located at Cherie Buckner Webb Park in downtown Boise with the Pink Swing. So this will be an opportunity for community members, businesses participating in May in Motion, really anybody, the public, to attend this event and learn more about transportation options. So we'll have different organizations at the event providing information, providing giveaways, all sorts of cool things to get people excited and learning more about the options that are available in our community. We'll have a food truck, we'll have other incentives as well for people to support some of the local businesses there at the park. So encourage everybody to attend that if you can stop by. And then later in May, we have Boise Bike Week. This is a week-long initiative that's coordinated by the Treasure Valley Cycling Alliance. Commuteride will be participating along with several other organizations throughout the community in different activities throughout Boise Bike Week. So that's May 16th through May 20th. May 20th is National Bike to Work Day, also called Bike There Day here. So that's something that we'll have different stations located in places throughout the community to invite people riding bikes to come and get breakfast, get coffee, a quick fix up from a bike mechanic, things like that. So that's a great opportunity to come out, ride a bike, and say hi to the different organizations that are supporting bicycling here in our community. So that will be happening from 7 to 9 a.m. on Friday, May 20th.
Great. Well, you guys have a lot. If anybody is just not able to write it all down fast enough, have no fear. We're continuing to push out a lot of information. I know you guys are tuning in live from the Ada County Highway District, Facebook and Twitter. But if you haven't already, I also encourage everybody to go and follow ACHD Commuteride on social media because they are pushing out all sorts of information about all of these great events, and then you won't miss anything. So I think you answered all of our questions that we had prepared for you. And I don't think that we got any in the comments, just looking really quick. Nope, nothing yet. But a lot of people will watch this in replay. If you are watching this and you have any questions for Tessa or the ACHD Commuter Ride team, go ahead and drop those in the comments and we will keep track of all of those questions and be sure to get answers to you as soon as we can. But I think that sums it up. So everybody out there, go ahead and visit their website. Go take a look at the May in Motion program that is happening right now. It's not too late to sign up. We have the mobility grants that the application is open right now, closes at the end of this week. Not too late to apply for a mobility grant as well. A lot of great information. We really appreciate it. As I mentioned at the beginning though, Tessa, you guys have so much going on. We couldn't even talk about it all today. So we look forward to either you or a member of your team coming back and really diving into those red commuter ride vans that we see all over the roads and all of the other great programs that you guys have going on, and really looking at those and letting the community know more about those and ask questions on those too. So thank you so much for joining us today. I appreciate it. And I just want to thank everybody out there in Ada County for tuning in. Let us know if you have any questions, but have a great day.